Training Academy. Please stand as the graduates enter and remain standing as the Jefferson County Sheriff's Honor Guard posts the colors and the class chaplain Luke Truitt leads us in the Pledge of Allegiance and our invocation.
Attention. Forward. Mark time. Mark. Colors. Colors turn. Mark. Ready. Post. Ready. Up. Ready, two. Present arms.
Pledge. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order arms. Detail, recover. Colors. Colors turn. March.
Let's pray. Dear Lord, we humbly come before you, so thankful and grateful that you've allowed us to be here today, that you've allowed us another day on this earth. Lord, I ask that you be with each of us individually, with all of our families, with all the people that are here to support us, with all of our departments, Lord, that they've done a lot for us and that we can fulfill that, and we can make sure that we make them proud, and that we can make sure that we stay strong in the faith, stay strong with what we've learned in our confidence and everything that we've learned, and just make sure that we represent you, we represent our families, we represent our departments well, Lord. I ask that you continually be with us, guide, guard, and protect us. In your son's name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Class, seat.
You may be seated.
Good morning. I'm Sheriff Mark Petway. We're delighted to have everyone here this morning. Sheriffs, we thank you for allowing your recruits to come to our academy for training. Family members, we thank you for allowing your loved ones to come here to be with us through those months of training. Now, I know y'all are ready to go back, to go to work. I know you enjoy being here with us, but stay in touch with one another. Keep in touch, because you never know which one of you all that's in this class you may have to back up. Keep up with one another and come back later on for further advanced training. You're always welcome here at Jefferson County Sheriff's Office Training Academy. Thank you.
Welcome. This is session 63. And there's a lot of officers out there, and I appreciate everyone coming. And on behalf of all of the support we get from not only the family members of the deputies that are in training, they know I hate a microphone. Can y'all hear me in the back? Okay, good. On behalf of the, have to have a little humor. That's me. So on behalf of the families who support the deputies that are here for 16 weeks, I know it's been hard, and there's a lot of things that you've had to step up and do that you wish they were there. From the departments who have sent them, you're shorthanded. We all are. So I know you're glad to get them back. I want to thank you for being here. It's a great crowd. I had told our chief deputy yesterday that I wasn't expecting a big crowd with it being on a Wednesday and the holidays, but this is wonderful. So I'd like to recognize a few people after saying all of that. I'll start on the stage. You just heard from Sheriff Petway. Next to him is Sheriff Shannon Oliver, who will give our speech in a few minutes. And next to him is Lyle Mitchell, who is an Alabama Peace Officer Standards and Training Commission member. He's a member of the commission that sets the guidelines that these deputies had to follow to be able to get certified today. Colonel Charles Ward's next to him. He's also a commission member of APOST. He's a retired director of the Troopers, which is Aaliyah now, and is current chief of police of Ozark. So when he retired, he didn't have enough of it. He went on to Ozark too. He's trying the just municipal side now versus state, right? On down is Judge May. You'll hear from him in a little bit in the program. And then we have Major Cleveland Moore with the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department. Over on this side is our command staff, and I want to recognize them because without their support of turning deputies loose and to come out and help us teach classes, it would be hard to get these classes finished. And I know it runs them shorthanded, and occasionally they fuss at me about using somebody that day, etc. But I want to thank them and their supervisors for the support we get from them. We have Deputy AG, Deputy Chief AG, Deputy Chief Buchanan, Deputy Chief Pippin, Commander Green, Captain Mays, Captain Knight, Captain Hardeman, Captain Howard, Captain Weatherly, Captain Gunthorpe, and I didn't see Captain Reach come in. Are you anywhere out there? Okay, but thank y'all very, very much for that support. I'm going to introduce Sheriff Oliver. We had a little talk yesterday about his introduction because he didn't send me much. And you know, when that happens, I've been doing this for nearly 40 years. So when that happens, I get to just go back in my memory and pull out whatever I remember. And I think that made him a little nervous when I said that. Sheriff Oliver graduated from Russellville High School from the Northeast Alabama Police Academy, so we won't hold it against you.
Please don't.
Especially since you send us your people, so we won't hold it against you. He's currently the sheriff. He was just reelected. He has over about 30 years in law enforcement now, and he's also first vice president of the Alabama Sheriff's Association. So with that, Sheriff Oliver.
Good morning. Can everybody hear me okay? You know, when Director Black called me about doing this, it was a real honor. It made me feel really proud. But then 15 minutes later, I got to thinking, I know what's happened. I'm just the last choice, you know. They had to have somebody. So that, I don't know if y'all was a bad class, or what happened, but I got chosen for that. But I want to thank y'all for allowing me to be here. Y'all look really good, really proud. This is a proud day. I can remember back in a long time ago when I did this, it was a really honorable experience. Now, this side of the room, there's some sheriffs over here. They didn't look so well when they got here today, but y'all did. But I want to welcome each and every one of you to the 63rd Training Academy, the Jefferson County Training Academy. I'm going to go to the length to say this is one of the best in the state. And, we have men and women who graduate the academy, they come back and they're road ready. They are ready to go. And of course, we have a few more steps to go after that, but they do a very good job here. It's composed of 30 deputy sheriffs. There's 12 sheriffs across the state that has represented here. And this academy session was over 16 weeks long. And ladies and gentlemen, that 16 weeks, I can guarantee you, to you probably seemed like a breeze. But to these men and women, it was very taxing. It was very hard mentally, physically, emotionally. It was tough. And that brings me to the point of saying, this career is not I can be safe to say that there's not anybody sitting in these seats up here that woke up one morning and said, I want to be a deputy sheriff. I'm going to go down and apply, and I'm going to be a deputy sheriff. If there's anybody up here like that, y'all probably in for a rude awakening. But they chose this as a profession, and in my opinion, it's a calling. It is something that I believe that God lays on people's hearts. It's something they was born to do, and I believe that it's a true calling. And I appreciate y'all for accepting that calling. Now, I've got about 2 hours here, but I'm going to try to shrink this down for a little while because I feel like everybody's getting hungry. But I want to give y'all 4 things. There's 4 things that will make y'all very successful in law enforcement. It will make y'all just do the right thing. I mean, this is not a hard job. It's just doing the right thing. And the 4 things is, one of them, first and foremost, is honor God. Trust in God. Trust how He leads you. Everybody may have a different belief, but I believe everybody's trying to get the same thing done. Just believe in God. Believe in what He leads you to do. Always put that faith there. The second one is another very important one, is your family. Honor and respect your family. You can look around here at these family members. They've come here to honor you. There's going to be times that I could tell you some bad times, but everybody that's sitting in this seat is going to have a bad day. They're going to have emotional days. They're going to have days that you just don't want to be there anymore. You've saw so much. You've endured the pain. You just don't want to be here. But guess who's going to be standing in your corner? God and your family. Back last year, I had a tragedy struck my family. My wife passed away unexpectedly. A month and a half later, my father passed away. And I'm going to tell you, if it wasn't for my family, my kids, my family, my law enforcement family, I just couldn't have made it through it. And you'll learn that. You'll learn that law enforcement family, they're not blood, but they will be there for you when nobody else will. And number 3 is respect the public. In today and time, you see on the news and you see so many things happening in law enforcement. But if you just sit and pick it apart, 90% of it is just the way those folks is treated. You can do your job And you can do your job right, but you can also be the officer that's polite, courteous, friendly. You're not only making a name for yourself, but you're making a name for law enforcement all over the country. Believe it or not, let's just say little old Franklin County, Alabama. What happens in Franklin County, Alabama, or Blount County, or Jefferson County, or Lamar County, and Lawrence, whatever happens in those counties, whatever that officer does is a reflection to every officer all over the country. You know, you hear the kids crying, you hear the kids here, but when they look at that badge, that is intriguing to them. Don't be that officer that turns them away, that doesn't give them a good impression. Be the officer that gives them a lasting impression, where they always remember your name. You know, you're making a name for yourself and for other law enforcement officers. And at the end, you're going to take an oath of office. This is the fourth thing, and it's very important. It's as important as any other the others, but is the Constitution. As a deputy sheriff, your job is to uphold the Constitution and to also uphold anybody from violating anybody else's rights. And, you know, the Constitution seems like it gets in the way sometimes. And you'll see that as you get out here. I'll use the Fourth Amendment, for example. You stop somebody and you know that they've got drugs in that car. You know they do. But you don't have the probable cause to enter that car because you can't violate their Fourth Amendment rights. That seems like a hindrance, right? Well, swap roles. Put yourself in that car, but the other person as a law enforcement officer, you want your rights protected. You want to be protected. When you get home at night, you don't want Jefferson County Sheriff to walk up there and just kick your door in and come in and go through your house. Those are very important. They're very important for you, for me. You know, I've had some personal experiences lately that I wouldn't say personal. I've just had there was some experiences I was aware of that I felt like those people's rights was violated. You know, and I just felt like they had maybe been pushed a little bit to the limit. But always remember your oath. You know, no matter what you do, that oath will get you through it. It's there for a reason. The Constitution's there for a reason. And it's to protect you, and it's to protect the public. In closing, I want to leave you with one thing. And this is by Winston Churchill. This is a quote he made. And I'm going to relate this back to what I'm talking about. And it said, "We shall not fail. We shall not falter. We shall not weaken or tire. Neither sudden shock of battle, nor long-drawn trials of vigilance and exertion will wear us down. Give us the tools, and we will finish the job." You know, y'all are going to have some long trials. Y'all going to have to be vigilant. You're going to have to keep your eyes open, your head on a swivel. You're going to be tired. But what they gave you here at Jefferson County is some tools to get the job done. You are going to constantly accumulate tools. Take those tools, take that training, be your best, and you will absolutely be fine. To the families that's here, thank you for allowing these young men and women to be a part of law enforcement. The wives, the parents, the grandparents, y'all are in for a very, if you've never had anybody in law enforcement, it's going to be different. I promise you. There's going to be good days. There's going to be bad days. But just stick with them. You sticking with them, you're here, you're honoring them, and we appreciate y'all for what y'all do. And ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate you all. May God bless you, and just stay safe. Thank you.
At this time, I would like to recognize the class officers for session 63. Please come forward and get your certificate as your name is called.
Class President Paul Feltmeyer, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Secretary Treasurer Hunter Raquina, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Class Chaplain Luke Truitt, Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Ladies and gentlemen, the class officers.
Good morning. I'm Deputy Feltmeyer, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Sheriffs, deputies, law enforcement officers, thank you for being here. Instructors, thank you for your time, experience, and knowledge, and most of all, y'all's patience during this session. Class 6-3, it's been 17 weeks. We started with 40 and now we sit with 29. Congratulations. I extend my final and deepest thanks to the family members that sit with us here today. While the 29 of us volunteered to follow this career path, you are the ones who have chosen to stand beside us, unwavering as we carry this burden for the rest of our careers. When we have long, hard days, you'll be there when we cross the doorstep. And despite us carrying the evils of mankind on our shoulders, you will be the ones bearing the true burden. Even though it may hurt to hear about what we may have encountered that day, you will be the ones lifting us up when we come home when we found out. You will be the ones who will experience the sting of heartache when the door doesn't open because our shift ran much longer than expected. And yet you will never show us this pain because of the pride and love you have for us. So thank you for everything y'all do. Class 6-3. 17 weeks ago, and more than likely long before that, you may have noticed that there was something different about you. Whether it was manifested in sports, military service, the classroom, or other activities, you ran towards adversity. You took the time to right the wrongs of others even when others would not take a stand. All of these experiences of your lives, whether they were triumphs or tribulations, have brought you here. Remember why you're here. And be cautious not to give in to the temptations of society. Well, I do not know half of you as much as I would like. Y'all are my brothers and sisters nonetheless. One thing I always tell my children is that I will not always be there for you, but I will find a way to get to you. And I extend that to y'all as well. I'm not a very religious person, but I believe that all religious aspects are a template to be a better person. And there's one Bible verse that I hold very near and dear to my heart, and it references when the Israelites were crossing the Red Sea, fleeing from the Pharaoh and his armies. The passage is Exodus 15:3. It states, "The Lord is a man of war." It reminds me that no matter what I'm facing, that I too must be a man of war. So at the end of the day, I can return to my family. 6-3, we do not have permission to fail no matter what we encounter during our line of duty. We must return home to our loved ones. Failure to comply will result in meeting with Sergeant Hoagland at the base of the water tower. With more emphasis on being a man of war, I believe Theodore Roosevelt said it best. It is not the critic who counts, nor the man who points out how the strong man stumbles, or where the doer of deeds could have done better. The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who strives valiantly, who errs and comes up short again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming. But who knows the great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who at best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at worst, if he fails, at least he fails while daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who never neither knew victory nor defeat. So you can quit if you want, but I won't. Class 6-3, will you quit?
No.
Thank you.
Good job. At this time, we'd like to make several special award presentations. The Top Gun Award is presented to the student who achieves the highest overall score on the APOS qualification course. This award is presented to Deputy Caden Robinson of the Lamar County Sheriff's Office. The Academic Achievement Award is presented to the student who achieves the highest overall grade point average for the academy session. This award is presented to Deputy Hunter Requena of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. The Director's Award is presented to the student who displays the highest potential for effective leadership and achievement in combination with an observed demeanor which indicates a keen interest in all aspects of law enforcement. This award is presented to Deputy Paul Feltmeyer of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. The Physical Fitness Award is presented to the student who demonstrates the greatest level of physical fitness and his commitment to physical fitness from the beginning to the end of the academy session. This award is presented to Deputy Tyler DeClue of the Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office. The Physical Fitness Achievement Award is presented to the student who showed the most improvement in his physical fitness from the beginning to the end of the academy session. This award is presented to Ryan Green of the Limestone County Sheriff's Office. The Staff Excellence Award is voted on by members of the staff and is presented to the student who exhibits a professional demeanor and bearing, for having a positive attitude, and for setting a positive example by being self-motivated. This award is presented to Deputy Hunter Requena of the Jefferson County Sheriff's Office.
Let me first congratulate session number 63. And it's my prayer that each one of you will leave here today in good keepings. It is my honor to first recognize the Honorable Sheriff Mark Petway and all the honorable sheriffs throughout the state of Alabama. I have the honor and the pleasure to introduce one of the best staffs in the state of Alabama. And I might even say, put them up against some of the best folks out of the state. And hopefully, Jason, I'm gonna get your name right today. I would like to ask them to stand when I call their name, so at least you'll have put a face to a name. Director Tommy Black. Sergeant Terrell Hoagland. Sergeant William Powell. Deputy Casey Markham. Jason Pilkington. Deputy J.D. Street. Deputy Ben LeBlanc. Janet Mitchell. Tammy Furman. Alex Sanders. And Drew Martin. Let's give them a hand.
This being the last session of the year, the closeout of us being in this new building for right at a year, January 6th was the first class. I wanted to say a few words about that real quick. Sheriff Petway, you and Chief Hill, thank you so much. Without them, you wouldn't be sitting in this new nice building. We wouldn't have been able to train over 500 officers a year through here, a month through here this past year without having this great facility and the support that we get. We get support from so many people. As I mentioned earlier, our instructors, etc. The sheriffs. We are the only sheriff's training academy certified by APOST in Alabama. So the direction and guidance we get from APOST is so wonderful. And the sheriffs out there, we usually have at least 12 to 18 different sheriffs represented in each session. Today, we have Blount County, Sheriff Mark Moon, Colbert County, Sheriff Frank Williamson and his chief deputy. They're out there. These people are ignoring me. Are y'all asleep? Okay. Franklin County, you've seen Sheriff Oliver. APOST, we've met them earlier. Lamar County Sheriff could not be here, but because of a family connection, he had asked that Chief McDaniel represent. So we have him here. That's nice. Lauderdale County Sheriff Rick Singleton. And this is your last graduation as sheriff with us, right? He's retiring. Lawrence County Sheriff Max Sanders and his chief deputy Ben Covington. Thank y'all. Limestone County Sheriff Joshua McLaughlin. And we were talking right before we started, and I realized that I trained him many years ago. I kept knowing the face was familiar, but I couldn't put it. But there for several years when I was with the University of Alabama Law Enforcement Academy, I did a lot of training in Limestone County. So he was one of the ones. Marshall County, Major, you're with us. Thank you so much. Monroe County, Major Paul Lindsay's with us. Good. Thank you. And we appreciate the support of all of these so much. Morgan County, you tried to pull a trick on me. Sheriff Puckett's way in the back instead of over here with the sheriffs. Does he not associate with y'all anymore? He needs to have to come up front. And Chief Hoist, his chief deputy's back there with him. Talladega County Sheriff Jimmy Kilgore and Chief Tubbs is here. So thank y'all for that support. Without the support of the sheriffs around the state, the academy would not be what it is today. And we've already talked about the support of everyone else, but as closing in the year, I want to do a little recognition for the staff. Most people will come out here and we have officers all the time come visit, etc. And I hear, y'all have got it easy. This is an easy job. You get up and teach a class every now and then. You can go shoot, whatever. There's a lot of planning and work that has to go in to keeping the academy operational, keeping up to date on classes and information. And Major Moore actually introduced them, but I have Sheriff made a little certificate of appreciation for our staff and all that they've been doing. So if y'all would come up, Tammy and Janet, they're hiding on the back row. Stand and get up here. We have this long pause waiting. Would you like to present? Tammy hasn't been with us very long, but you know, nothing's possible without the administrative staff keeping us in line. So we appreciate all she's done. Janet's been with us for years. I won't say how long, 30. With it. But she really helps with all of the knowledge she has with APOST rules and dealing with the students and all. So these are the two y'all need to thank for getting everything done for us. Sergeant Powell, Sergeant Hoagland, I need all y'all to stand together. Deputy Street, Deputy Pilkington, Deputy Markram. I'll give these individuals a round of applause. Thank y'all so much. One person I haven't recognized is Wayne Rogers. Where are you? Oh, way back there. Wayne has really helped us. He has jumped into what is the CIT training, the crisis interventions team, and is willing to show up every time I call him. And I appreciate his help and assistance.
Thank you.
Thank you. Get back on.
What was that time? At this time, the students will come forward and receive their diplomas.
Bro, stand.
Colby Young, Blount County Sheriff's Office.
I'd like to ask the people on the stage to please stand and congratulate. And Sheriff shall come up and
If any family members would like to come up and take pictures, we'll be going in the order of the handouts.
yeah, they'll come up there.
All right, so now we'll get started.
Yes, thank you. Sorry.
Colby Young, Blount County Sheriff's Office. Hunter White, Colbert County Sheriff's Office.
That's his raise he gets.
Luke Truitt, Franklin County Sheriff's Office. Ronald Carrington, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Caitlin Cochran, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Paul Feltmeyer, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Jeffrey Finn, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Dacia Hall, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Deontay Hamilton, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Carson Legg, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Daniel Moore, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Quentin Morris, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Roderick Peoples Jr., Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Hunter Aquina, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Jacob Russell, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Lloyd Shaw, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Tara Smith, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. James Woodall, Jefferson County Sheriff's Office. Caden Robinson, Lamar County Sheriff's Office. Ethan Cockrell, Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office. Tyler DeClue, Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office. Jonathan Hood, Lauderdale County Sheriff's Office. Nicholas Shook, Lawrence County Sheriff's Office. Ryan Green, Limestone County Sheriff's Office. Sean Nicholson, Marshall County Sheriff's Office. Christopher Mitchell, Monroe County Sheriff's Office. Jacob Sibley, Morgan County Sheriff's Office. Logan Latta, Talladega County Sheriff's Office. Tyler Thompson, Talladega County Sheriff's Office. At this time, the Honorable Alaric May will administer the oath of office to these new deputies. I would like to ask for all of the graduates to stand.
Good morning. A few weeks ago, I administered the oath to members of the Birmingham Police Department, and Sheriff Petway said he wanted to save the best for last. And so I am honored. It's my honor, my privilege, and my pleasure to administer the oath to the Deputy Sheriff Session 63. If you will raise your right hands and repeat after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear and affirm that I will support the Constitution of the United States
I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama,
and the Constitution of the State of Alabama,
so long as I continue a citizen thereof,
so long as I continue a citizen thereof,
and that I will faithfully, honestly, and fearlessly discharge the duties of the office of Deputy Sheriff, upon which I am about to enter, to the best of my ability. So help me God. Congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes the graduation ceremony for Section 63. Please stand for the benediction.
Let's bow. Dear Lord, we are so thankful that you've allowed us to gather here today, Lord. I ask that you continue to be with us. You continue to bless us, Lord. I know that none of us are worthy. We don't do anything worthy of respect for you. We don't give you enough love, Lord, but we recognize that you still love us, that you still bless us, Lord, and I ask that you keep us safe throughout our careers as we begin today. I ask that you always guard, and protect us. You watch over us. We know that you're always with us. We know that we always have our families, Lord. I ask that you just make sure we stay safe, make sure that we do what we're supposed to do, that we make sure we honor you, we honor our families, we honor our department. I thank you so much for your love and your mercy, and I ask that you be with all of us as we head home, as we head back to do our work. Let us just help us and support us. Your son's holy name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Again, this concludes the graduation ceremony for Section 63.
All coming to this line of work later in life, some of us, and
some of us right after high school, and so we've just come from all different types of life and from different backgrounds.
So I was a student at UAB, so I did an internship here with Jefferson County. It was so much fun. I got to see how different departments did what. I got to meet a lot of people, and I just fell in love with it.
The biggest thing that they've really taught here is to be confident in yourself and your abilities, and have faith in the training that you have, because when you get out on the road and out in the world, that's what you have to rely on.
Here at the Academy, they have trained us very well, and so I'm going to take all the training I've got and take it with me. Stay professional and confident.
If you're looking for a career where every single day is completely different and that you don't have the same day twice, then this is absolutely the job for you. This job is a lot of fun, but it can be a lot, and just to be honest with anybody wanting to get into this line of work, it's a lot mentally and it's a lot emotionally, and it does take an effect on you, but this is also the most rewarding job, at least I feel like it is. So it's worth every risk that it comes with.